Shalom. All praises go to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rabakadas. Double honors unto the elder apostles at Great Millstone for the teachings of the scriptures, among other things. Shalom to the sincere Akim across the world. Right. So, I was just thinking about a few scriptures, right? Now, also I was thinking about, actually, it was Isaiah chapter 30 concerning the burning of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and the moon and the sun and all that type of stuff, and what the Most High is going to do in the end, which is what he's doing actually right now. You know what I'm saying? Let me just get up in it now. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 30. I didn't explain it right. Let me do it again. I was thinking about a few scriptures, and especially in the kingdom and what the Most High is doing right now, which is he's opening the minds of the elect, and only the elect is going to get this. You know what I'm saying? Just like he told I think it was Elisha. He told him, like, I got 7,000, or Elijah, one of those two. I got 7,000 men that will not bow the knee to Baal. Let me get that real quick. I forgot who that was. Elisha or Elijah, one of those two. Now it says here, 7,000 men. No, it says here, 1 Kings. Yeah, it was Elijah. I think it was, yeah. Right, let me still double check it. Oh yeah, it was Elisha. Now it says here, 1 Kings chapter 19, verse 18. Yet I have left me 7,000 men in Israel, all the knees which have not bowed unto Baal, and every mouth which have not kissed him. So you're gonna have a complete session of men that will not sell out their soul to the highly weird people. That was a blood. That will not sell out their soul to the highly weird people. That will not, because here in the Netherlands, what you have is when they have their little the Oscar meetings and stuff like that, they actually give out a golden calf. You can check that out. That's the award of the Netherlands, like a golden calf. Golden. This is what them Jakes be getting over here when they want to get like a so-called Oscar. They literally get a golden calf. And that's satanic as hell. But yeah, that's what they say that it is. This is that golden calf that they be getting instead of an Oscar over here. So you know that has everything to do with basically ancient Egypt, Satanism, and all that there. Right, so let me go on. It says, Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. My voice is kind of messed up, but yeah, so lucky for that. So Isaiah 30 and 1. Now it says here, woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel but not of me, and that cover with a covering but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Nowadays what's going on, just like the elder apostle Ramlab said, you have a lot of people actually all of a sudden, and it was a long time ago actually. You had a lot of Jakes all of a sudden turning into a bunch of Christians and stuff like that, instead of actually keeping it Israelite, keeping it Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They're keeping it Christianity like type nowadays. Why? You got this guy calling himself King David, eating all manner of abominations in front of the camera, so he's not hiding it. But he's causing a lot of people to actually follow after him that want to have that same type of meal, you could say, that same type of diet. And then he's doing it. Why? Because, and then they're doing it because, these people have itchy ears. So they ask for a prophet with an itchy mouth. That's going to teach him a lot of nonsense that is not scriptural. Verse 2, Isaiah chapter 30, verse 2, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Now, what is trusting in the shadow of Egypt? I'm gonna give an example. That this is Isaiah chapter 32, verse 2. A man shall be a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of waters in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. So, what's that? It's like a shadow that's of protection, because if something is near, for example, the valley of the shadow of death. If death is near and you are in the shadow of death, That means like he didn't really see you yet. He's not on you, but he's near. Because you in his shadow. That means he's standing right there. Right? That's the shadow of death, right? Death is near. It could jump upon you anytime, any day, any hour, any second. So that's the valley of the shadow of death, for example, which is in the States for the Jacob descendants. But like this one that I was reading was the shadow of Egypt, meaning basically you are in the shadow of Egypt where it is kind of cool. And you can still get that so-called prosperity, because modern day Egypt is what? Babylon, America. And then you have, of course, the little baby Egypts and little baby Babylons and stuff like that, where all the places where Esau is right now, the Caucasus places, like not East Europe, because they weak over there. Their money is weak over there. Even though they got the same currency, euros, they get less money over there. Because I remember this girl taught me that they get like 300 a month or something like that. That's hella funny. But that was child support, actually. No. They get like 100 something, 150 a month child support. Here, you get like 300 a child. So, because I asked her, why did you come here? And then she explained a few things. But anyway, so Isaiah chapter 30, verse 3, it says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame. Yeah, because the Jacob descendants nowadays, they're actually built on Esau, man. They're built on the system of Esau right now. They actually lean on it, you know what I'm saying? They use that as their staff, as their crutch. Once the Most High slap Egypt, your crutch is going to fall too, man. Because it says here, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion. Right, it's going to be your confusion because you're going to be confounded. Because it's going to bring mass destruction upon you, and you're going to ask yourself like, how is this possible? I joined with the most powerful army, with the most powerful economy, people up on the planet Earth, not knowing meanwhile, while the dollar is being devalued and the euro is being devalued too, they give you smaller and smaller type of articles and stuff like that. Back in the days, you could get a toothpaste for like this big, right? It was this big actually, but now you get it like this, and you need to pay more. Yeah. Back in the days, it was like €1, and you get like not a half a liter, but it was a long one. It was a long one, but now you get the small one, and you can't even finish that up, and it is more expensive. So everything, the signs are showing you that it's all falling. You know what I'm saying? But you still have Jacob descendants that are trying to join the military, trying to join the economic system and stuff like that, trying to get rich. The Most High said, labor not to get rich, man. Just labor, and if you basically use the world as not abusing it. If you could use this world to your benefit, you know what I'm saying? Then you do that. You know what I'm saying? If the Most High put you in a certain situation, then you make use of that. You know what I'm saying? But don't abuse it. It's make use of it. Right, so going on, now it says here, Isaiah chapter 30, verse 4, for his princes were at Zoan, and his ambassadors came to Hanes. They were all ashamed of the people that could not profit them, because they're not going to profit you. Esau's going to profit you for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And then, before you know it, what you're going to do, you're going to get destroyed along with the system. Like I said, this system is already falling. You know what I'm saying? Their money is falling. Their women are falling, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them are on an OnlyFans tip, trying to get that money. They're richer than you, though, but still, those are the future mothers of the world? Those are the future mothers of Esau, right? The OnlyFans chicks, that's what you want? That's what you get? Because the Most High is putting that spirit on them in order for them to actually act just like how the Jacob descendants' daughters were acting. Because the Most High said, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city, and thy daughter shall commit whoredom, and I will not punish both of them when they commit adultery, and when they are harlots, and when they are committing whoredoms and stuff like that. The Most High ain't punishing them. Why? Just like how he did with us. The Most High is going to punish them later on, you know what I'm saying, but not now. But anyway, so going on, now it says here, verse 5, Isaiah 30 and 5, they were all ashamed of the people that could not profit them, nor be a help, nor profit, but a shame, and also a reproach, right? Because you hold hand in hand with Esau, so guess what the Most High is going to do? He's going to stomp that ass out like wildfire. And then you're going to be ashamed, like, damn, I can't believe I joined forces with them. And this is what the Most High, it's like this, man. You have a lot of Jacob descendants that want to join onto pharaohs in Egypt and all that type of nonsense, forgetting that the Most High destroyed the Egyptians, which were Hamites. So just because they're dark-skinned people doesn't mean anything. Them people in Africa ain't trying to represent Africa and stuff. I mean, Egypt and all that type of stuff. They content with it, man. They be like, oh, they're satisfied with it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't fighting. They contempt I think it's like a PT at the end. Not content as the next contender, the next fighter, but contempt as in they're satisfied with it, basically. Basically, they had enough. They're not trying to be the Pan-Africans and the Egyptians and all that there. Like the slave descendants, Jake. They're always trying to claim Egypt. Pan-Africanism and all that type of stuff. Hamites over there not even trying to reclaim that back, you know what I'm saying? So why are you? Because you don't have no idea who you are, so you cling on to something that you think is great and powerful. Meanwhile, the Egyptians got destroyed by the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushai through Moses. So why would you want to join the stupid losing force? That's typical, Jake, because now they're joining and they're joining the losing force that seems to be winning, which is Esau. They're joining that force right now. They have no idea that they're about to fall, along with this queendom, along with Australia, along with America, along with Russia. Russia's gonna fall too, but they're gonna fight each other. You know what I'm saying? In that nuclear war. So Isaiah 30:6, the burden of the beast of the south into the land of trouble and anguish. From whence come the young and old lion? Yeah, because the young and old lion come from there. The old lions, they got their stuff all they got their status all statused up, meaning basically, like as a Jake, when you come up in this so-called society, you coming up as a babe, you coming up as a sheep in the midst of a bunch of young and old wolves, lions and stuff, or wolves too, because we are in the midst of wolves. You know, be as a sheep in the midst of wolves. You know what I'm saying? Harmless as a dove, wise as a serpent. So, what are we supposed to do? Exactly that, right? As I was saying, that dog is funny. Anyway, so it says here, Isaiah chapter 30, verse, the rest is 6. The viper and the fiery flying serpent, they will carry their riches upon the shoulders of young asses, and their treasures upon the bunches of camels, to a people that shall not profit them. Yeah, you're not going to profit them, man. They're not going to profit you. They're not going to profit you. Even though they have all the riches. I remember in Hosea chapter 7, it says, wait, let me try and get that. I think it was Hosea 7, where it says that he feeded Esau is like this lion that feeds his lionesses. Damn, where is it again? Hosea chapter 7, if I'm correct. Maybe it was there. No. Then it was not Joel. You know what? Let me try and find it here. It says that he will feed his lionesses. Esau is going to feed his level. It was in Nahum. I thought so. I was thinking about it, but yeah. It's all good, man. Now the book of Nahum chapter 2 verse 11, right? Said Joannes. Pages is sticking, so we gotta wrap it up, right? Right, I hope you can hear me. Like I said, my voice is all kind of cracked up. Damn. But it's healing, man. Y'all wrote this up. So I had like a few problems with my throat. But now I think it's healing, but yeah. I don't cough that often no more. Oh shit, I just said something. And it jumped up. So it says in Amos chapter 2 verse, Nahum chapter 2 verse, let me see here. I started 8, but the point is in 12 and 13. So Nahum chapter 2 verse 8, but Nineveh is of old like a pool of water. Modern day Nineveh is the lands of Esau, predominantly America. You know? So it says here, yet they shall flee, away. Stand, stand, shall they cry, but none shall look back. Once that time of war comes, For example, the Carmanians, along with the Arabians, as the Carmanians is Elam, Arabians is of course Ishmael. Along with them, once they come down upon that war type path, Esau is going to run out of here, man. They're not going to be able. They're not going to be able to actually stand against them, because the Most High is going to make it. He already made Ishmael like a wild man, right? So it says here, verse 9: Take ye the spoil of silver, take the spoil of gold, for there is none end of the store, and glory out of all the pleasure furniture. Yeah, because basically they're gonna get robbed. They're gonna get robbed because in a time of war, what do? You take things, right? You take things. Europe is gonna get robbed. America now. Why America is gonna hit that nuclear fire from Russia? Because it's already written in the scriptures. Ezekiel chapter 38. Now it says here, verse 10: She is empty and void and waste, and the heart melted, and the knees smite together, and much pain is in all loins, and the faces of them all gather blackness. They're gonna be scared, man, once that time comes. You know, they're already afraid right now. They're going over there, and I have footage of videos and stuff like that of like American soldiers crying under the bed and screaming, and they flagged that video, man, when I posted it. But I got it on another channel right now. Actually, on a website, not on YouTube, because they flag it. Right? I got it on BitChute and I think Rumble. Wait, I think I need to put it back on Rumble. Let me put that in my note thing so that I can put it in the description box. Let me see. U.S. soldiers cower under bed. But this was in the time of the Iraqi war. But still, that shows you what type of people they are, man. They signing up for war, and when they're actually in the war, they cry like a bunch of girls, man. You know, but they want to have their military money, you know, their army benefits and stuff like that. But they didn't actually figure out that war was possible. Well, they found out that day. I'm saying, anytime you sign up for the military, you should know that once there is a war, they sending you, man. And you're gonna fight the Edomite war for them, man. You're gonna fight a rich man's war. You know what I'm saying? That's the dumbest shit you could do up on the planet Earth. Let them kill each other. Why you gonna fight for them? You're stupid if you do that. Nahum chapter 2, verse 11. The lion did verse 11 actually. So Nahum 2:11. Where is the dwelling of the lions, and the feeding place of the young lions, where the lion, even the old lion, walked, and the lions whelped, and none made them afraid. Esau was basically gangster. That's why they call it the roaring 20s, because he was like a conquering lion walking the earth, robbing here, robbing there, making war here, making war there. So everybody was actually afraid of the United States Air Force and Marines, and just basically their army and stuff like that. There was them roaring lions. They was walking around proud and stuff like that. And people couldn't even look in their face. Jake couldn't look in their face. They'd probably poke your eyes out. So Nahum 2:12. The lion did tear in pieces enough for his whelps, and strangled for his lionesses, and filled his holes with prey, and his dens with raven. So guess what? Back in the days, you had Esau that was actually basically, he was able to take care of his whole family. He had one job, had 2 cars, house, white picket and fence, and all that type of stuff. But nowadays, and he had multiple kids, 9 kids, 7, 5, and stuff like that. But nowadays, they can't even afford one, and they both got a job. So that shows you that they can't feed themselves no more. And that's all done by design, because what the elites want to do is, they want to take away cash, and then they're going to start chipping the people like cattle, which is what they call you, cattle. They say goyim, but we know it's gayam. Yeah, I need to go check that out. But anyway, you have God, you have Gaia. Gayam? Is it Gayam? Yeah, I think that was Gayam. Anyway. Right, so let me read it again. Nahum chapter 2, verse 12. The lion did tear in pieces enough for his whelps, and strangled for his lionesses. That shows that he had that status. He had that money. He had that basically he had that prosperity. He had everything set up and all that type of stuff decked out. Basically, the prosperity was in them, right? So going on, and filled his holes with prey, and his dens with ravens, with raven. So it says here, behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will burn her chariots in the smoke, and the sword shall devour thy young lions, and I will cut off thy prey from the earth. All the praise of Esau right now is not really cut off. He's preying on everybody yet, but the Most High is going to make sure that he's going to be cut off, and all the heathen nations are going to say, is this the man that basically destroyed the whole earth? Isaiah chapter 13. Well, let me get that real quick. Right? All the heathen nations that was afraid of them, right? All that were in confederate with them have turned against them. So where did I say it was? Isaiah 14, if I'm correct. And also Obadiah chapter 1. Now it says here Isaiah 14 and 10. Isaiah 14 and 10. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Because the heathen nations are going to say that, man. Because they're going to be cut off from being praised. They're going to be cut off from being basically eaten and devoured. Because that's what Esau been doing for the past few hundred years. Starting, you could say, around 1942. Then he started to actually, 1492, sorry. 1492 when they went over there in America. So verse 11, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. So basically, he's on a deathbed. Yeah, Esau's on a deathbed. Baby Babylon too, which is Europe. They're all on a deathbed because, like I said, their whole economic system is falling. Everything is falling, and who's doing it? Their elites. Why? Because they want to chip them in the end, right? Because that's their goal plan. That's why everything is getting expensive. And then they're going to come up with a system talking about, hey, check this out. We got a new system that will take you out of debt. All you need to do is take this chip, and basically you're going to be free. He's going to set you up to get messed up even more, because now they own everything. They already own everything, but they're really going to own you. That's the point. That's why they're making everything rentable right now. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of physical stores anymore in Amsterdam concerning computer hardware stores and stuff like that. Everything they want you to actually buy online. There's no physical store anymore, you know what I'm saying? So basically, bit by bit, they're destroying the stores, so you can't go there anymore. Now they want you to actually keep on buying stuff online. Before you know it, you're gonna rent it. That's one of their plans too, right? Though it says here, Isaiah 14 and 12, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations. And that Lucifer, meaning he's actually the wise one upon the planet Earth, that has nothing to do with Satan, as that's not his name. Because if you read the whole chapter, you will see that the Most High is talking to the king of Babylon. It says here, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 4. That thou shalt take up this proverbs against the king of Babylon and say, how had the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased? So, who is it talking about when it says Lucifer? It's talking about the king of Babylon, because he was very wise. He was a light beacon upon the planet Earth at that time. He was very wise, you know what I'm saying? Nebuchadnezzar was wise. You had all these kings of Babylon, they were actually wise men. At one point in time, the Assyrians also started to be kings over Babylonia, which is an area, and Babel is the city. Babylon is the city, which is Babel. But anyway, right, so going on, back to Nahum chapter 2, verse 13. Behold, I am against thee, saith Yahweh. I knew I was smelling that fucking cigarette, man. I hate that shit. My whole fucking neck is itching. God damn. Nahum chapter 2, verse 13. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will burn her chariots in the smoke, and the sword shall devour the young lions, and they're gonna get devoured. And that sword is talking about that nuclear missile that's gonna be shot upon the planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? And that's about the time when the Most High is going to take away the elect from out of there, which is America, and he's going to save them out of there. In every place upon the planet Earth, he's going to gather the elect of the nation of Jacob. So it says here, and I will cut off thy prey from the earth, and the voice of thy messengers shall no more be heard. Who are Esau's messengers? His witches, his warlocks, these people that be doing these rituals and stuff like that. And then they know so-called prophecies and stuff like that. The Most High is going to cut them off. And that's explained in the book of Micah chapter 5. I think it's verse 16 on down. But it's explained there. Let me get that real quick, right? Micah 5 and... oh yeah, I had the Obadiah too. Wait. Micah chapter 5. And... oh, right, Micah 5 and 12. And I will cut off witchcraft out of thine hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. The soothsayers of Esau are the ones that are telling him the future. They are divining and stuff like that. That's why they have that little witchcraft thing, what they got going on in Hollywood, for example. Because everybody knows about that. But ain't nobody can stop it. You know what I'm saying? You can't stop it. You can try. I would not suggest you do that. As a Jacob descendants, if you are one of the heathen nations, go ahead, try. See what happens to you. You're gonna be found. You're not gonna be found anymore. That's why in America there's missing 800,000 people, children, especially, and 800,000 children every year. This has been going on for decades. Ain't nobody talking about that. That's why you see them stupid shows on television talking about where is little Timmy or where's Suzanne or Teresa, all that type of shit. Because those people know. It's the public that don't know. That's why I called it stupid, because it's a stupid chase. People are missing without a trace. It's called, I think the program is called missing or something without a trace. Then they're trying to make awareness of it, that the person is missing and all that type of stuff. But then again, they're not missing. They're actually in somebody else's soup, because they eat them, sacrifice them, take the stem cells and all that type of stuff, burn them for Molech. They do a lot of things, man. Sell them for Jeffrey Epstein stuff. So it says that's what they do, by the way. Now it's Micah chapter 5 verse 12. No, I already read that. I'll jump to 13. Thy graven images also will I cut off, and thy standing images out of the midst of thee, and thou shalt no more worship the work of thine hands, and I will pluck up thy groves out of the midst of thee. So will I destroy thy cities. Because the Most High is going to do that. He's not doing it right now. Well, let me say this. He's doing it little bit for bit. Because it's the Jacob descendants that are actually getting knocked off of their pedestal right now. That's why you have that whole Diddy thing going on. But then again, Jeffrey Epstein, they don't talk about that no more. Why? Why you think? Or why would they talk about themselves? That wouldn't make any sense, right? I mean, if you're a devil, why you not covering yourself? You have to cover yourself. You're gonna point the finger at the bad guy, right? Remember that movie? Right, so back to Nahum. Back to Nahum, chapter 2. Now it says here, Nahum 2, and I already read that. Back to Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 30, verse. And Isaiah chapter 30 and what was I? 30 and 6. The burden of the beasts of the south into the land of trouble and anguish. From whence come the young lion and old lion? Sorry. From whence come the young and old lion, the viper and the fiery flying serpent? They will carry their riches upon their shoulders, and your asses, which are donkeys, and their asses and their treasures upon the bunches of camels, to a people that shall not profit them. For the Egyptians shall help in vain, and to no purpose. Therefore have I cried concerning this. Their strength is to sit still. Basically, that's what they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Because our people love to go to, like I said, Egypt. Modern day Egypt is America for benefits, for financial support, and all that type of stuff. Trying to get that money, trying to get that. How you call that thing again? Which are like papers and stuff like that to open up businesses and stuff like that. That's what our people are trying to actually figure out, instead of figuring out of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right? What they're trying to do is they're trying to actually get up high up in their society, even though everybody hates your guts, and you know that. You know what I'm saying? Even Jake know about Jake, like, yo, don't be doing business with Jake and all that type of stuff. They're always late. Promises ain't really working out. They say you gonna pay you, but they ain't. So all that type of crazy stuff and stuff like that, right? And you know that Jake is doing that to another. So how much more do you think that the heathen nations is doing that to Jake too? So why are you trying to prosper in this fake ass world that's going down? It's a sinking ship. This is already a sinking ship. Yeah. The fact that that everything is getting more expensive should show you that they're sinking, right? They're giving benefits to the so-called immigrants, which I ain't got no problem with because it's not my money, it's your money. I ain't got no problem with that. But you shouldn't have no problem with that neither, because this is basically the sign, the book of Sirach 25 and I think it's 7 or 9, I think it's 7, which says, and blessed is he that see the fall of his enemy, right? So what are we doing? We just waiting for the Heavenly Father to actually show us what's really going down, and therefore he sends his men, starting with the elder apostles on down, to tell everybody the truth. The Jacob descendants, starting with them, and the heathen nations, they're gonna see it too, man. Because you have a lot of these so-called independent Edomites and stuff like that. They be doing their research and make videos and all that type of stuff, exposing Esau and all the things that they be doing on the side. So they're falling from within too. They make it their own tongue to fall upon themselves, right? So Isaiah chapter 30 and where was I again? I think it's 8. Isaiah chapter 30 verse 8. Now go, write it before them in table, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come, forever and ever. So that's what we're doing right now. We're actually starting with the elder apostles on down. They make it plain upon tables. Romans chapter 11 verse 7 or 6. Romans 11:7. Let me get that real quick. Oh yeah, Obadiah. Keep on forgetting that. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 7. Obadiah 1 and 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. So that's why you see all these heathen nations are actually trying to get rid of that dollar, because they're fighting him right now. Because they're thinking in themselves like, yo, fuck this, man. This guy's putting us in more debt. Our countries are getting more destroyed. Women are totally out of control. And that's what they're saying, especially the women there in the Arabian world. They don't want this shit that's here, that's in America, that's in Australia. They don't want that, you know. So they're fighting against it, man. You know, they're fighting against it. In Africa, they don't want that too. In certain countries over there, they don't want that. I'm not filming you. She was shocked. No, I'm not filming. Anyway, so she got startled. But anyway, she saw that camera aimed on her. She thinks. But anyway. In certain countries in the continent of Africa, they don't want that shit there neither, man. They're not about that lifestyle, man. They're about man and woman and nothing else. If you go over there and you ask the people how many genders are there, they'll probably smack you in your face or just laugh at you and then smack you in your face. Why? Because they're not about that. Especially the ones over there that got that Muslim religion. They do not like that. Don't be asking them stupid ass questions, because it's just dumb. That's like, man, I don't even want to give an example. Anyway, so Isaiah chapter, God damn it, I forgot that shit again. Yeah, what was it? Anyway. No, I'm gonna read it again. I forgot the one that I was actually looking for. But anyway, Isaiah chapter 30 verse 8. Now go, write it before the, Romans. I thought if I read it again, I'll get it in my head. Romans 11 and 7. Right? Now it says here. Hey, shit. Romans 11 and 7. It says here, what then? Israel had not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election had obtained it, and the rest were blinded. According as it is written, the Most High had given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear, unto this day. So they be deafened and made blind at the same time. and they can't see, right? And verse 9, and David saith, let their table be a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them. The table is basically explained in the book of Proverbs chapter 9. So let me get that real quick for you. This is the table that shit, it started. I think it's that fucking cigarette started that shit, man. I wasn't coughing for like 2 days already. So stay away from people that smoke. What was the game? Damn it. Oh no. What was the game? It was, oh yeah, Proverbs 9:1. Now Proverbs chapter 9 verse 1. Wisdom had builded her house, she had hewed out her 7 pillars, which is stability, right? Now it says, she had killed her beasts, she had mingled her wine, she had also furnished her table. That's what that table represents. That table represents basically the offering and the sacrifice and stuff like that, which is going to bring you prosperity. So, verse 3, she had sent forth her maidens, she cried upon the highest places of the city. And who are the maidens of wisdom? The maidens of wisdom are the prophets. The elder apostles on down nowadays, of course. The elder apostles on down at Great Millstone in America. And all the younger, all the upcoming elders under them, the younger brothers under them, all that they're the men of the Lord. Those are the maidens of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which have been sent by wisdom, because those are the only ones that can sing that song, which are the 144,000. I'm saying those are the only ones that can sing that song, and the rest of the 1/3 are the only one that can understand that song, because ain't nobody else is going to understand it. So if you understand this song, guess what? Yahweh Ratazai might be one of the 1/3. Because many are called, but few are chosen, right? Right? First, that's Matthew 22 and 14. And the other one that I'm now going to say is First Ezra chapter 8, or is it Second Ezra? Yeah. Second Ezra chapter 8, verse 1 until 3, which explains to you. Let me get that. Now, this is Second Ezra chapter 8, right? I'll just get to the point. Second Ezra chapter 8 verse 3. There be many created, but few shall be saved. So that's what it is, man. So that's why we ain't out here for like millions of people and stuff like that. They're gonna see us. Hey, check this out, man. Every Saturday you got like maybe you got a few thousand people that be seeing me, man. You know, a few thousand people that be seeing me. So that over the course of 2 hours, there's a lot of traffic around here. Not a lot of Jakes, but anyway, I'm in the city, so it's not like Jakes over here. You got like tourists, you got people that don't even speak English, you know. You got other people over here. You got a lot of people over here, but the majority of them do speak English, though. But yeah, a lot of them don't. You know, I see them, I hear them walk by, and then they speak their own little language. Some of them I can actually kind of think, oh, this is Europe, other one, Russian. Oh, that's Chinese, Japanese, oh, that's Vietnamese, all that type of stuff, Cambodian, all that type of stuff, you know. And then you have the so-called gypsies. Then you have Indian people from India, you know. So, but just like the Lord said, there might be Jakes in the midst of them if they're interested, you know. They know about it. Let's just say that, right? So yeah, let me go on. Back to. Back to Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 9 verse 4. Whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. As for him that wanted understanding, she saith to him, come, eat of my bread, and drink of the wine which I have mingled. Forsake the foolish and live, and go in the way of understanding. So that's what we're supposed to be doing. And the way of understanding is not going out here partying and bullshit, and basically delving into that whole Diddy circus that's going on around here. Because that's a damn circus, you know. Because there's better things upon the planet Earth to be focusing upon. First and foremost, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Second, the prophecies that come into pass, bit by bit, for sure, and they're coming out verily, and they out left and right, man. You have all these whistleblowers and stuff like that speaking the truth, But you have these so-called companies that want to actually go against the elites, but you're not doing shit, man. You're not doing anything. It's already written in prophecy that the elites are going to actually sit down at the table. They're going to establish their new world order. They're going to kill millions. They have already. You know, they already have. I'm gonna give you a hint. The Tuskegee syphilis experiment. They did it on a larger scale than that. You know what I'm saying? And they wasn't playing. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't playing. Hundreds of millions of people died. Hundreds of millions got injured and all that type of stuff. But you ain't seeing nothing about it. Go on BitChute and type in injuries. You know which word you need to put before that? Basically injection, but the other one starting with the V from Vendetta. That one. And then you put injection, and then you put basically injection injuries. Put that, or put that on YouTube. You could put it on YouTube, see how fluff it is, and then go on BitChute or Rumble, and then put the same word there, and then you're gonna see some videos of what's really happening on the other side. That's why when you're on Google and you look up videos and stuff like that, you will not get videos from Rumble, and you will not get videos from Odyssey, and you're not gonna get videos from BitChute, because they're blocking them sites. Even if you put it literally word for word, sometimes it might pop up, but if you go to another search engine, it's gonna pop up just like that, because those search engines, they're not how you call it? They're not tweaked as perfect as how Google is tweaked perfect. When you look up things on Google for cures, you're not gonna find cures. You're gonna find ointments and all that type of nonsense to help you with your symptoms. Say, because Esau is a symptom fighter. You know, they're not about curing stuff, because there's no money in a cure. And Esau wants to spread out as many pain as possible upon the planet Earth, because that's what he was created for. You know, he that sinned before his maker, let him fall into the hand of the physician. So Esau is the one that's actually setting you up to get sick. He got that chemtrail in it, looking like it's misty and stuff like that. It looked like it got a little layer upon it in the air. And this is crazy, because this did not used to be in the 90s. The skies were blue, you know, dark blue even, sometimes light blue, but this is misty, man. So you know he's spreading them sicknesses and stuff like that. Right, so Isaiah chapter 30 verse 9, that this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Heavenly Father, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit. Because that's what the Jacob descendants are all about. They're all about deceit. They don't want you to tell them the truth. I'm gonna give you an example of how they love deceit. If you tell them that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is a dark-skinned man with woolly hair, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, color don't matter and stuff like that. But when you tell them about the flying reindeers and all that, oh yeah, it's just the thought that counts. See the stupidity? See the hypocrisy? They're lying to you. There goes another one, speaking their own language and stuff. Like I told you, there's a lot of them out there, bro. Yeah. Right, so it says here, Isaiah chapter 30 verse 9, this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Heavenly Father. They don't want to hear it. If you tell them stop lining up your beard, they're going to find another excuse talking about, oh yeah, the Lord basically covered our sins for that. But what? The Most High said you ain't got no clothes for your sins, man. You can't be doing that. Some of them want to look fancy for them females. I'm looking at you like, really? You think she's going to stay with you? Really? So you're going to shave your beard for this girl. Meanwhile, she's not even going to be here. And if you get a child with her, they're not going to be here for long neither. They're going to bounce. Because you think you're pretty, you think you're dope, right? You think you're handsome and all that type of shit. You think you got that money, right? I seen dudes, right? Good looking dudes and all that. Their girl left them. And then I laughed like that. Their girl left them. Of course I was laughing, because you think you're pretty, you think you're handsome, you think you hit that gym. Your girl left you for a dude that never hit the gym in his life. You know what I'm saying? You think you got that money. Your girl left your dumbass for a dude that ain't even got money, got a bike, rolling around in his bike. Meanwhile, the boyfriend got a fancy big car, all that type of stuff, travel from place to place. When you ain't there, the dude on the bike be plowing your girl, right? And that's funny to me. I'm not advocating that because that's adultery, but it's just funny when it happens to guys like that are very proud and all that type of stuff. Meanwhile, your girl getting plowed by a dude that's a plumber, right? Literally, he's a plumber. He works as a plumber. Meanwhile, the husband or boyfriend be working in offices and all that there, going to trips, expensive places. His boss brings him out to eat, all that type of stuff. Got that fancy money to burn. You know what I'm saying? She taking your money, giving it to the plumber. That's horrible, right? So Isaiah chapter 30 verse 10, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit. That's what they want to hear. Like I said, they don't want to hear Yahweh Bashem Yahshai is a dark skinned man with woolly hair and all that damn burnt brass skin. They want to hear more stories about them flying reindeers and them bunnies that lay eggs, because that's what they worship, if you think about it, because they don't want to hear the truth. Let me read it again. Now it says here, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit. That's what they want to hear. Like I said, they don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear them lies coming out of the North Pole with flying reindeers. That's what they want to hear. I have to say that often so that it gets in your head like a broken record, but I'm not broken. I'll put it on repeat on purpose so that you can get it. Just like that song that you hear on the radio that you hate, but once you're in the shower, taking a shower, you hum that same tune that you hate. And then you catch yourself and be like, huh, what the hell? Yeah, that's them repetitive demons in that song. But I ain't no demon. Well, Lord willing, I ain't no demon. I do demonic things. I do fucked up shit, but Lord willing with this, you know, though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge. You have a Heavenly Father willing, of course. So I do stupid stuff, but your Heavenly Father willing, once it comes to the truth, man, I think I can persuade another by making him at least do good and not falling away myself. But you never know what the Most High wants. I don't think I'm gonna fall away. You know, I don't think that. But hey, if the Most High sees so fit, I don't think so. I wouldn't want it. Anyway, let me go on. Got to keep that faith. Got to keep that hope, right? That you ain't falling off. Anyway, Isaiah chapter 30, verse 11. Get ye out of the way. Turn aside out of the path. Cause the Holy One of the Most High, Israel, to cease from before us. That's exactly what they want. They don't want to hear nothing about Yahweh Bashem Yahshai no more. If you think about it, that's kind of crazy, man. That's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because if you read the book of Judges chapter 2, they said the same thing, but then turned around and worshiped Baal and Ashtaroth, which is the queen of heaven. That's what they was worshiping, and both of them are child sacrifice entities. They got them until this day. It's called Planned Parenthood. It's called an abortion tip and stuff like that. That's what they're doing. Until this day, they worship Satan. That's Satan worship. Yeah? If you didn't know, if you read the scriptures, then you're going to come to the conclusion like, hey, wait a minute. That's actually that's Baal and Ashtaroth and stuff like that. That's crazy. But that's what they're doing. And it looked cute. It looked like really like they're attentive to themselves and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But they're not. So Isaiah chapter 30, verse 12. Wherefore thus saith Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon. And they staying upon it too, and they trust in oppression too. If you trust in Esau that he's going to actually help you in the society, then basically you're trusting in oppression, man. Because he's oppressing the stuff inside of you. I mean, like, you know, let me give you an example. They're talking about the page gap, the pay gap or something like that, right? Listen, man. Jake been in the pay gap, man. Jake been in that, man. You know what I'm saying? You might work at the same place as the Edomite, and then you as a Jake man that does more than him, you ain't getting the money as him. What are you talking about, man? I've seen this often. Yeah, I look, people might say like, yeah, you haven't experienced a lot of things. I don't have to. I experienced a few things, but I seen more, and I learned off of that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give you an example. If you see in a relationship something is going bad with them, man, why would you go and do the same thing yourself, man? You should warn others of the things that you just saw over there. Well, that's a form of learning, you know, experience through other people's miseries. That's a form of learning. You learn fast off of that one because you saw him hurting. You'd be like, I don't think I want to have that happen to me. And then you learn off of that. You don't have to go through it. You saw it, and you thought to yourself, like, man, I don't think I want to have that in my life. And then you don't, right? And then you warn another. But some people are stubborn. Even if you tell them, they still want to go through it. And then when they girl leave them, and they be crying like a little girl, like a baby in a fetus position. Sometimes I laugh because it's funny. I think it's funny sometimes. Sometimes it ain't funny, you know. Sometimes they're trying and stuff like that. But sometimes they're stubborn. And then when it happens, okay, I'll laugh, but I still help you. But just let me get that laughter out. You know what I'm saying? Because I warned you. You know, but if I warn you and you listen, and it's still kind of, messed uply happening and stuff like that, I'm not going to really laugh at you. I'm not going to laugh at you at all, actually. Because it's not funny. It's funny when you're stubborn. Just how the Most High is laughing at us, right? I would laugh at your calamity, the book of Proverbs chapter 1. So yeah, let me read on. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 13. Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall. That's what the Most High is going to do. That's why he broke up the 12 tribes. There's a breach in the nation of Jacob. But he's fixing it up right now. Swelling out in a high wall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. Because that's what the Most High is going to do. He already did that, by the way. And suddenly he's actually going to put us back together like how the Transformers come back together. I don't want to... Man, they really fucked up the word Transformer for me, man, with all that weird ass stuff that they're doing. A bunch of Sodom and Gomorrah type shit. Anyway, we're going to get together like Bruticus. Let's shake Bruticus, right? Because, yeah, only the real OG people would know what no Bruticus is. The original ones would know. So, verse 14, Isaiah 30 and 14. And he shall break it as the breaking of the potter's vessel, blang-a-lang-a-lang, that is broken in pieces, he shall not spare, so that there shall not be found in the bursting of the shears to take fire from the herd. So basically, not even the sherd, like the pieces, even that is not going to be around to take that to throw up in the fire. So it said, or to take water withal out of the pit. So you're not going to be using those earthly vessels, because even if they're broken up, you could still use it as a little bowl, like a shard. You can still use it as a little bowl back in the days, to scoop up water and stuff like that. Well, you're not going to be able to do that once the Most High be done with you, you know what I'm saying? And he's actually starting with the Jacob descendants, man, right? Because like I said, that's why you have a lot of Jacob descendants, just like the elder apostle Ramlab said, you have a lot of Jacob descendants right now that's actually doing some kind of, how you call that thing, Christianity type stuff, instead of being a Hebrew Israelite with the scriptures as a Hebrew Israelite, breaking it down as a Hebrew Israelite, so they're doing that, and they have no idea what the hell is going on, because if you do that, then you're blind, you don't have that eye self, you don't have that armor of Yahweh Basham Yahushai, you have nothing, you're naked, you don't have the garment of truth, the clothing of truth. You don't have that. You're naked, basically. You can't defend yourself. You have no weapons, no arms, nothing. Isaiah 30 and 15. For thus saith Yahweh the power, the Holy One of Israel, in returning and rest shall ye be saved. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength, and ye would not. So the Most High is going to protect us, man. And he's just like Hosea chapter 1 says, he's not going to save us with sword, and he's not going to save us with chariots. He's not going to save us with any type of things like that, any carnal weapons. How he's going to save the nation of Jacob? By words. That's how he's going to gather the elect from the four corners of the earth. And after that, he's going to endow his elect with spiritual powers. And then they're going to be let loose upon the planet earth to bring the ruckus. Bring the ruckus, right? So it says here, Isaiah 30 and 16, but ye said, no, For we will flee upon horses, therefore ye shall flee. Therefore shall ye flee, and we will ride upon the swift, therefore shall they that pursue you be swift. Right, because if you think that you actually gonna get away, you had this movement, a lot of Jacob descendants, they moved to Israel and stuff like that. Didn't they get messed up over there by them people over there? So it don't matter where you go, you're still a Jacob descendant, so you're still gonna get messed up because of the curses that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai put upon us. So guess what? It don't matter where you go. If you think you're gonna flee, nah, man. Esau is faster than you, or the heathen nations are faster than you, and they're gonna get you. So it don't matter where you go. You ain't going nowhere, because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua set it up like that already. So let me read that part again. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 16. But ye said, no, we will flee upon horses. Therefore shall ye flee, and we will ride upon the swift. Therefore shall they that pursue you be swift. And you ain't getting away. You're not gonna get away, because the Most High got you covered on all spots. You think you're gonna go on out of the water, go hide over there from the Most High's curses? Esau gonna send some Marines to come and get you over there. How about that? And when Esau is gonna go under the water to hide, the Most High is gonna send Leviathan to go get him. So what goes around comes around. Now he's the chaser of Jacob. You know what I'm saying? But soon, Jacob is gonna be the chaser of Esau. And even the animals, like Leviathan, he's gonna chase Esau too. You know, the sea monsters and stuff like that. The sea serpent. Right. So Isaiah chapter 30, verse, let me see, 17. 1,000 shall flee at the rebuke of one. And that is happening right now. Let me read on. 1,000 shall flee at the rebuke of one. At the rebuke of 5 shall ye flee. Till ye be left as a beacon upon the top of a mountain, and as an ensign on a hill. And that's what the elder apostle says right now. We have fled so long that the Most High now is setting up. Where is it? It's in 20. It's in verse 20. Let me read on. Let me jump to verse 20, then I'll go back to verse 17. Verse 20. And though the Lord will give the oh, God damn, all fucking bullshit, bro. God. That's fucking irritating. I don't know what the fuck is in the cigarette nowadays, man. I think it's some goddamn crack cocaine in the cigarette. The cigarette nowadays is stronger than the ones in the fucking 90s, man. This shit is ridiculous, man. This shit's ridiculous. This shit's ridiculous, man. I don't know what the fuck they put in the cigarette nowadays, man. No, I don't know what the fuck they put in the cigarette. I do know, like back in the days, there used to be 4,000 plus chemicals. And then a few years ago, I read and I saw that it was actually more than 7,000 chemicals in one little cancer stiff. That shit's fucked up, man. That shit's fucked up. Anyway, so it says here, Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. And though the Lord will give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teacher be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teacher. So guess what? Jump into verse 17 right now, Isaiah 30 and 17. 1,000 shall flee at the rebuke of one. Esau is already doing that, man. You got like 1,000 jigs already running from like one Edomite. You know, he coming with a weapon, or he coming with a tank, or he coming with a plane, dropping bombs on your ass and stuff like that. You know, you got thousands of Jacob fleeing from just one Edomite, man. One Edomite with a stealther bomb plane or something like that. Not even an F-16 anymore, because that's old. I always say F-16, because yeah, that's my time. And nowadays they got stealth bombers and stuff like that. You ain't even hearing it really. You know, it's on a stealth tip. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it says here, verse 18, and therefore will Yahweh wait, that he may be gracious unto you, and therefore will he be exalted, that he may have mercy upon you, because he's going to be exalted. Right? Because now the Most High is not being exalted. Who's being exalted? Caesar Borgia. Who's being exalted? The flying reindeer guy. You know, he's being exalted. Who's being exalted? The bunny laying egg person thing, whatever the hell that thing is. Those are being exalted. You know, Ishtar, which is the queen of heaven, she's being exalted. You know, on the so-called bunny laying egg day. Right, the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is not being exalted, man. Why? They don't know the Most High. 1 John chapter 3 verse 1 and 2 explains to you that they don't know the Most High, man. Right? They know Caesar. They know of Caesar Borgia. They don't even know Caesar Borgia, but they know of him. You know what I'm saying? They know of him. If they really know Caesar Borgia, they would find somebody else to worship. As long as it's not the Most High, because they can't stand him. Yeah, man. He that hated me must love death. That's what the Most High said. Isaiah chapter 30 and 18. And therefore will Yahweh wait, that he may be gracious unto you, and therefore will he be exalted, that he may have mercy upon you. For Yahweh is a power of judgment. Blessed are all they that wait for him. That's why we waiting, man. Sometimes we get weary and stuff like that, you know. You want everything to speed up, you know. So sometimes what I do, I just block everything out of my mind, man. I ain't holding myself busy with nothing. And time goes fast, man, if I do that, you know what I'm saying? But you got to be focused, man. You got to be focused, you know. You got to go through that pain. You got to go through that suffering, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like I said, I shut myself out. I ain't bothering myself with nothing and nobody. That's a good thing. Time flies, man. Before you know it, it's Friday again. And I'm back out here again, Yahweh Ratazah. Because that's what the Most High is all about, man. He's all about actually for purifying you, make you go through some things. And after that, you know what I'm saying, you can get out of it and you're going to be a stronger person. Or it can destroy you. You know? Job chapter 9 explains you that. You know? Let me see this. Job chapter 9 verse... Let me get that real quick. Job 9 and 23. I start at 22. Now it says here, this is one thing. Therefore I said it. He destroyed the perfect and the wicked. If the scourge slay suddenly, he will laugh at the trial of the innocent. So let me read it again. Job chapter 9 verse 23. If the scourge, I thought at 22. This is one thing, therefore I said it. He, the Most High, destroyed the perfect and the wicked. So the Most High destroys the perfect and the wicked, right? If the scourge slay suddenly, if the scourge slay the person suddenly, he will laugh at the trial of the innocent. He's gonna laugh at you, man. You just died by his purification system, and then you die, because you will be tried as gold, right? And gold, you gotta set that gold on fire, man. You got to make that gold go through some pain, go through some things. He purified the gold and the silver with fire. If you die in the process, the Most High is laughing at you. Because it says here, verse 23, if the scourge slays suddenly, he will laugh at the trial of the innocent. Yeah, so that's that, man. That make you think another way about the Most High, like, oh, man. You know, I wouldn't want to die like that. You know, you got to be strong, man. You know, pray for a strong spirit. Don't pray for an easy time. You know, the more hell you're going through, the stronger Yahweh Bashem Yahshua is gonna make you get. If it's His will that you don't break, you know, because Yahweh Shai is praying for you also. You know, Yahweh Shai is praying for you also that ye should not fall. You know, right? So Isaiah chapter 30 verse 19. For the people shall dwell in Zion, at Jerusalem. Thou shalt weep no more. Because our people are weeping now. Revelation chapter 22 says he will wipe away all tears. So let me read it again. Isaiah chapter 30 verse 19. For the people shall dwell at Zion. Then for the people shall dwell in Zion at Jerusalem. Thou shalt weep no more. He will be very gracious unto thee at the voice of thy cry. When he shall hear it, he will answer thee. And though the Lord will give thee the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed in a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teacher. So, starting with the elder apostles on down, that's why we seeing them, right? You know? That's why we seeing them. Because the Most High said we should be with them. I actually fixed my throat with this, man. Actually, I put some honey. And so it's cayenne pepper, which burns the throat. And then I have camu camu, which is vitamin C. And I didn't put the honey in it because the honey is actually to be used with it, so that when you so the cayenne pepper is gonna burn your throat, right? And the honey is gonna cover it up with a layer, and it's gonna set it up. You know what I'm saying? And the vitamin C, I just put, I mean the come with fruit, I just put it there because it's good anyway. It's powerful. Yeah. But anyway, so Isaiah chapter 30 verse, let me see what was I again. Verse 21. And then ears shall hear a word behind thee saying, this is the way, walk ye in it. So therefore, once you hear the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, starting with the elder apostles on down, you're not going to look at it and be like, oh man, I hate this song. I hate what they're saying. I don't like what they're saying. Because the Most High is going to make you actually basically fall in love with the truth, which is your first woman, your first wife, your first love, right? This truth, not the world, because those are the ones that are not here forever. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is here forever, right? So you put your faith in that one, in that woman. You know what I'm saying? Which is the book of Proverbs chapter 5, explains you that. Proverbs chapter 6, Proverbs chapter 7, Proverbs chapter 8, and of course Proverbs chapter 9 is going to explain you about the truth being the woman, and this is your first love. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said that so. You know what I'm saying? Because if your first love is a fleshly woman, then you're doomed. You're doomed. You don't know what the hell's going on. You know what I'm saying? The first love should be these scriptures. Then your mother, then your wife. Yeah, your mother and your wife is on a different level, you know. You love your mother, but you love your wife too, right? It's a different type of love that you have for your wife and for your daughters and stuff like that, and for your mother, right? All three are women, but you have different love for them. The one is protective, the one is maternal, and the other one is basically love, protective too. But your daughter is more protective. And yeah, love, but more protective love actually. Your wife also, and also sexual, but that's another story. Anyway, Isaiah, I keep smelling that shit. Anyway, man, I just came out the house. Like I said, I haven't coughed for maybe 2 days already. Come stand here, start smelling all this goddamn fucking cigarette, I start coughing again. Anyway, so it says here, but that's Esau's fault, man, because he be making the people junkie, man. They can't stop cigarettes, man. That shit should be illegal. You know, the peoples of cigarettes should be killed, all of them, because they be causing they be causing millions of people to die by their products and stuff like that. You know, you should let that sink in, man. Let that sink in. Esau's running amok upon the planet Earth. That's why once that time comes, man, he's gonna be wiped out, because that's one of his missions. His missions for cigarette is to kill you, hoping that it works, but not to kill you fast enough so that he can be held responsible, but to kill you in how you call that thing, in degrees. You know, the more you smoke, the more you're able to get yourself killed. Some people can smoke 50 years, they ain't dying. Some people smoke 10 years, they're dead. So it's all about your DNA and your genetics and all that type of stuff. And he knows it, because you have herbs, right? Herbs that actually do work. But when you give a certain person, it don't work. They need another one. Because you have certain herbs that have the same effect, but it's just another plant. And that, let's say you have one plant that has 5 workings and stuff like that, and then you have another plant that has 5 workings too, but it has 4 of the other and 1 of itself or something like that. And then these ones, you know, if you give the person, it might not work, but if you give the person that one, it might work. So that's how the Most High set it up, man. I also found that out. You know, certain herbs don't work with certain people, man. They just don't. Or certain people are not allergic to it, but they get a reaction from it that is actually not that good. So they need another type of herb with the same type of healing mechanism, you could say, right? So Isaiah chapter 30 verse 1. Right, Isaiah 30 and right, Isaiah 30 and Let me finish this chapter real quick. Now I say Isaiah 30 and 21. And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it. When ye turn to the right hand, and when ye turn to the left, ye shall defile also the covering of thy graven images of silver, and the ornament of thy molten images of gold. Thou shalt cast them away as a menstruous cloth. That's what our people are going to do once they find out, like, oh, this is the truth, this is the way that we should walk therein. Because I remember a family member, before I knew this truth, right? A family member bought me, I'm not kidding you, I had it in my house, man. A family member bought me a Buddha statue. Now this was way back in the time, before like 2000 or something like that, right? So, bought me a Buddha statue, and I had that in the house, right? And then I put it on the television. At that time, the televisions was like this fat, fatter, you know what I'm saying, with glass and stuff like that, right? So I put it on the television, and like 2 or 3 days after that, I found some money. I found like, over 100 or something like that. But at that time, I was young and I was smoking weed. So I hit a gold mine to myself because I didn't have no job, nothing, no income, I would say. Didn't have no income. And then I found like over 100 something. And then I went back and I thanked that statue, man. That's how demonic that shit is, man. But the point is, when I found out about the truth, I took that statue. I never put worship to it or something like that. I just thought to myself, like, wow, this is a lucky thing. Anyway, I grabbed that statue. I threw it as far as possible, man. But it was a jade gemstone. I think it was an emerald, it was a jade, it was green. But yeah, I didn't even, break it down in order to put it in a ring or something, or a chain. No, fuck that shit. I took it and I threw it away. And that's the same thing that the Most High says here, Isaiah chapter 30, verse 22. Ye shall defile also the covering of thy graven images. You're going to defile it, because you're going to find out that this is the way, this is the path that you should walk therein, right? So it says here, oh man, I hope it ain't coming back, man. So it says here, and the ornament of thy molten images of gold, thou shalt cast them away as a menstruous cloth. Thou shalt say unto it, Get thee hence. That's the point of me telling you that story. And it wasn't that ancient time. But I did have big TVs back then. But okay, I started to learn this truth in 2007. So I think it was about 2006 or something like that, 2006. It was a few months before 2007. Something like that. Look, I'm not good with times and stuff like that. I forget a lot of stuff. But I do know it was around, The point is, when I found out about Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, I took that thing and I threw it away. I don't even know where the hell that thing is. I just threw it away. That's the point. And that's what the Most High is saying here. Verse 23. Then shall he give the rain of thy seed, that thou shalt sow the ground withal, and bread of the increase of the earth, and it shall be fat and plenteous. In that day shall thy cattle feed in Lord pasture. So what is it talking about? Prosperity. Because the Most High said that once we let me get that. Now it's Joshua chapter 1, verse 7. No, verse 8. Joshua 1 and 8. Okay? Joshua 1 and 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein, for then shalt thou make thy way prosperous, and then shalt thou have good success. So guess what? Once we have that power, we're going to have that great success. Once we have this truth. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Let me read it again. Now it says here, Joshua chapter 1, verse 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein, for then shalt thou make thy way prosperous, and then shall I have good success. So once we come back to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, then we're going to be prosperous, and then we'll have that great success. But for now, our people are not doing that. They believe in all type of things except the Most High. So that's why, as a whole, we're not going to be prosperous. We're not going to stand, not before our enemies, nothing. We're going to flee 7 ways, because it shows you right here. We're going to flee at the 1,000 of us is going to flee at one of them. Just like how we had the blessing, right? One of us shall chase 1,000 of them, right? Well, one of them shall chase 1,000 of us. Especially Esau with all his weapons and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it says here, Isaiah chapter 30, verse, where was I? 23. Then shall he give the rain of thy seed, so that we will be able to basically grow stuff, you know, which represent prosperity. See, food represent prosperity. You know what I'm saying? It represents welfare, because you have food. You know what I'm saying? You could sustain yourself, self-sustainability. That's what the Most High is going to give the nation of Jacob, because as a people, we're not self-sustainable. We're being sustained. On top of that, it's not even sustained. We're being fed. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody fat, right? Living fat. I'm not talking about physical fat. I'm talking about living fat. And if you are living fat as a Jacob descendant, or you sold out to the elites and stuff like that, you sold your soul, or you really worked harder than them in order for you to get where you are, because that's the truth too. Not every Jake that is successful sold their soul, you know? Not all of us. Yeah, but when you see them in Hollywood and stuff like that, you can bet your ass they sold their soul. And if they don't make it big, then you can know that they didn't sell their soul, because they didn't make it big. It really looks like more people are smoking, man. It really looked like it. I wasn't coughing the whole day. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 23. I already read that. 24. The oxen likewise and the young ass that hear the ground, that ear the ground, shall eat clean provender. Because we're gonna fix them up. We're gonna set them up. You know what I'm saying? Even our cattle are gonna be prosperous. Everything about us that our hand touch it, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be prosperous. Just like how Jacob touched everything, and everything was prosperous after that. That's what the Most High is gonna do with 100% of the Jacob descendants, man. Yeah. So it says here, which had been winnowed, which means blown grain to remove chaff. So when you blow grain to remove chaff is the outer layer of the grain. The grain is protected by an outer layer, that's the chaff. So when you blow it, you winnow it, right? So it says here, which had been winnowed with the shovel and with the fan. And you beat it, and then you blow it with a fan. Back in the day, she had the little wooden fans and stuff like that, which is made out of leaf, like a leaf tree, like a not a palm, I think a palm tree, palm leaf. Sorry, yeah, a palm leaf. And then they made fans out of it and stuff like that. Right, sorry about that. Now, Isaiah chapter 30, verse, 25. And there shall be upon every mountain and upon every hill rivers and streams of water in the day of the great slaughter, when the towers fall. Yeah, whose towers are going to fall? The towers of Esau's little world. Because, like I said, the Jacob descendants, the majority of our people, they actually drinking off of the towers, the water, the towers and the cisterns of Esau. You know, they're hiding in the towers of Esau instead of the Most High's towers. They're drinking out of the cisterns. of Esau instead of out of the well of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So they're not getting in the good nutrients. As sheep, we're supposed to eat grass, which is his wisdom, right? But the Jacob descendants are eating GMO grass, man, made by Esau and his philosophies and stuff like that, right? Which is not going to prosper you. It's going to mess you up, actually. Right, so it says here, Isaiah chapter 30, verse 26, moreover, the moon of the light, the light of the moon shall be as the light of the sun, and the light of the sun shall be sevenfold, as the light of 7 days, in the day that Yahweh bindeth up the breach of his people, and healeth the stroke of their wound. Because the Most High is going to heal the stroke of our wound, which is the fact that we're not 12 tribes anymore, right? So, basically, the Most High is going to be our moon, and he's going to be our sun. Now, that doesn't mean that in the kingdom there will be no sun and no moon. That means that he's going to be our wisdom, and he's going to be our wisdom, which is the moon and the sun, representative of wisdom, because it's the light, right? And I'm gonna get a few scriptures showing that. Micah chapter 3 verse 5, which is an easy one. Micah 3 and 5, right? Now it says here, thus saith Yahweh concerning the prophets that make my people err, right? So the lioness prophets, right? That bite with their teeth and cry, peace. And he that putteth not into their mouths, they even prepare war against them. Therefore, night shall be unto you, that ye shall not have a vision, and it shall be dark unto you, that ye shall not divine. And the sun shall go down over the prophets, and the day shall be dark over them. The Most High is going to take that part away. He's going to actually be the sun in the nighttime, basically, because it says right here, Isaiah chapter 30 and 26. Moreover, the light of the moon shall be as the light of the sun. So, basically, in the things that we don't know as being in darkness, the Most High is gonna enlighten us with that. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to go to school to learn anything. The Most High is gonna give you intelligence. Not being intelligent and smart are two different things. An intelligent person, he doesn't have to go through things in order for him to understand how it works. Right? He could just look at stuff and start getting it. That's intelligence, right? Smart. Smart is a person that reads something and then they learn real quick. And off of that, they can actually trigger other thoughts. But you do need to learn him, right? That's the difference between smart and intelligent. And of course, you have wise. That's how can I explain that one? For example, a smart man, right, will be able to steal from a kingpin because he can outsmart you. He's a trickster. He can outsmart you. Because kingpin ain't smart. He outsmart the kingpin. But a wise man wouldn't do that. Because he thinking in himself like, man, this guy gonna get me. And if he don't get me, he gonna get my family. Plus I'm gonna have to run for the rest of my life. So I don't think I'm gonna do that. That's a person that is wise. He's thinking aforehand. He's prudent. He's thinking about the future and all that type of stuff. He's thinking about the repercussions. He's thinking about the side effects, the branches that's gonna happen after he does this particular thing. Doesn't have to be stealing from a kingpin. I just gave an example. But that's to me that's a good example. But a wise man wouldn't even be in the cartel nonsense in the first place. So like I said, it's an example that I give, but it's fun to me. It's a kind of great example. Anyway, so Isaiah chapter 30 verse 20. Micah 3 and 5, which is, so it says, I already read that. So let me read it again. Micah 3 and 5. Therefore, just because they are false prophets, therefore night shall be unto you, that ye shall not have a vision, and it shall be dark unto you, that ye shall not divine, and the sun shall go down over the prophets, and the day shall be dark over them. So, in the kingdom, The Most High is going to be our moon, and he's going to be our light, because he's going to be the inspirations of wisdom. You see, Esau, they got to go and worship the sun. You know what I'm saying? For the intellectual things to get from those entities and stuff like that, right? Or they got to go worship the moon in the dark, like Aleister Crowley. He did this. He went to the darkness in England. He went into the forest in the nighttime, and then he stayed there for he was supposed to stay for 6 months, but he couldn't handle it, so he stayed there for 3 months or something like that. And everybody was warning him like, yo, you can't break that ritual, you have to fulfill it. He couldn't, because it was too demonic. You know what I'm saying? It was probably heavy as hell, man. I don't even want to know what the hell he went through, but I'm sure he went through some demonic, body possessing type of devil shit that even the movies could not depict the scariness of what the hell was really going on around there, you know. But yeah, that's what he went through. So because they worship these things, man, you know, like I said, some of them worship the sun, some of them worship the moon. That's Baal worship, you know. And some of them worship the stars. That's why you have all these days. Monday is the Moonday. Tuesday I forgot. Wednesday I forgot. Thursday is like a thunder god thing. Friday is Freya. That's Ishtar. That's another idol. Saturday is Saturnday. That's another devil. You have these planets that they call Jupiter. That's Zeus. You have Mars. That's another idol of war. You got all these things that they worship. They worship the constellations. I forgot what scripture is that. What's that again? And that's where they get their wisdom from the constellations. That's what the Most High said. Don't be worshiping that. I think it's somewhere in Judges or something like that. Wait. Israel. The host of heaven. It's not constellation. It says host of heaven. Yeah, bear with me. I'm looking for it. Let me see something. Host. No, it's not here. Oh, I think it is. This is not the scripture that I was looking for, but this is good too. Now it says here. There's another one. Anyway, 2 Kings chapter 2 verse 20. Sorry, 2 Kings chapter 21 verse 3. For he built up again the high places which Hezekiah his father had destroyed, and he reared up altars for Baal, and made a grove, as did Ahab king of Israel, and worshipped all the host of heaven and served them. So what did they do? They started worshiping the planets in the air, the stars, which are planets. Basically, they started worshiping the stars, the moon, the sun, all that there. And Esau, until this day, has that system going on strong. Because when you go, for example, to the Arabs, they have no Moonday or Sundays, day of sun worship. They have no day of thunder worship. I don't even know what the hell they have, but they don't have that. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no Freya. They don't have no Saturday, which is Saturnus, which is also another entity, but it's a planet that they worship. You know, because when those planets align with certain things upon the planet Earth, the Hamites used to do that. They aligned them pyramids with spots upon the Earth, and then they would get that so-called kinetic energy, or what the hell ever they was doing, man. But they was on a spiritual type tip, catching all these type of spirit energy and stuff like that, so they could do things, and therefore were very powerful in the things that they were doing. The Chaldeans was doing those type of things too. I mean, Ishtar is from the Chaldeans. No, actually it's the Babylonians, sorry. Because not only the Chaldeans were there. Let me see. Isaiah chapter, so that is talking about the light that the Most High is going to be for us in the kingdom, and he's going to be our moon, which is, like I said, is the explanation of, you had the heathen nations. There was worshiping the constellations of heaven. Jacob was doing it too, by the way, right? So Isaiah chapter 30 verse, no, I mean Jacob is a nation, not individual Jacob. No. He was only worshiping Yahweh, the Most High Yahweh. I'm talking about the nation of Jacob. I just read it, 2 Kings 21 and 3. So it says here, Isaiah chapter 30 verse 27. Yeah. Behold, the name of Yahweh cometh from far, burning with his anger, and the burden thereof is heavy. His lips are full of indignation, and his tongue as a devouring fire, because that's how he's going to come, right? Full of indignation and full of fire, which is what the nation of Jacob deserves, along with the rest of the world, because they're the ones worshiping the constellations of heaven, which the Most High forbid. He forbid that. But people don't like listening, so they're going to feel. But the Most High gave them a chance. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't bothered them for a few hundred years. You know? Most High hasn't really shown his face for a few hundred years. Back in the days, every heathen nation upon the planet Earth knew about the Most High Yahweh. They knew about him. They knew about the God of Israel. They knew about the God of Jacob. They knew about them. But even the Israelites willingly wanted to forget the Most High Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? So how much more the heathen nations? Their leaders. Their leaders are the ones that caused for the majority of the planet Earth not to know Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You don't think that the elites of Esau know it? Damn sure they know it, man. They know the name. They know everything. The elites of Moab, the elites of Ammon, the elites of Japheth, all of them know about Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. They got the records. They got the documents. Amalek is the greatest one of them all that knows it. With that I mean he's like the biggest knower of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. He knows it's like the best. They got records going back 3,500 years, man. You know? They got records going back 3,500 years. You know? And sometimes they talk about it. If you watch that documentary called You Are Amalek on Rumble, you're going to see what they're talking about. You're going to see what they're doing. You know? It's going to explain a lot of things. I often push it out there because I want all y'all Jacob descendants to see that video. So then you're going to understand a lot of things concerning when them people come up in them lands over here and get all these free goodies from the government and stuff like that. You're supposed to understand that, like, oh, see, I see what you're doing. Esau's setting up Esau to get killed. Amalek is actually setting up Esau to get killed. Why? Because according to them, the Edomites of America and Europe, which they call Christians, they call them Esau, which is funny as hell. Man. They call them Esau, man. You know how funny that is, man? To me, it's funny. Here it is an Amalekite, which is an Edomite, calling the rest of the Edomites Esau. That shows you that he's like pointing the finger at the bad guy, but he's the bad guy. He's pointing his, man. That's funny as hell. So, right, so it says here, Isaiah chapter 30, verse 28. And his breath, which is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that he brings through his men, starting with the elder apostles on down the great millstone in America. So it says here, as an overflowing stream shall reach to the midst of the neck, to sift the nations with a sieve of vanity. And there shall be a brittle in the jaws of the people, causing them to err. That's why they're making a lot of mistakes right now. It's the Most High putting that spirit, especially starting with these OnlyFans females. You got to think about it. They're the future mothers of the Edomite nation. How fucked up is that? Think about it. Millions of them are taking their clothes off right now, getting paid up the asshole, literally, because that's what they're doing. Millions of them. And then you think that their children are not going to get fucked up in the mind. If you think that, then you don't know how society works, man. You don't know how spirits work. You know? Your mother can't be a hoe and then get children and then expect those children to function normally. Have you ever seen, like back in the days, you had some guys, their mama was being pimped while they were born and stuff like that, so they grew up with like, I'm saying every day maybe 10, 20 dudes coming to the house and all that type of stuff. Mama getting smacked around by the pimp. He's not gonna grow up good, man. He's gonna grow up full of anger, rage, hate. Probably gonna do the same thing too, because he saw it. So he don't know anything better. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they're creating. That's what I'm saying. Like, listen, Hosea chapter 7, and no, Amos chapter 7 and 17, if I'm correct, and Hosea chapter 4, where it says that thy wife shall be a harlot in the city, and thy daughter shall commit whoredom. That's literally happening in front of our eyes, man. That's happening in front of our eyes, man. So the curses is coming upon them according to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 7. Jeremiah 30, verse 7, which says that the Most High is going to switch the curses upon them, upon the enemies that hate thee, right? So it says here, Isaiah chapter 30, verse, where was I again? 29. Ye shall have a song, and that song is represented also in the book of Revelation chapter 14. And only the 144,000 shall know that song. So it says here, ye shall have a song as in the night when a holy solemnity is kept, and gladness of heart, and when one goeth with and when one goeth with a pipe to come into the mountain of the Heavenly Father, to the mighty one of Israel. And what is that pipe? A flute. And therefore you got to have that flute. And what is that flute? Let me get that real quick in the book of Revelation chapter 14 verse 2. Now it says here, remember the pipe and the flute, right? Now this is Revelation 14 verse 2. No, it's actually verse 3. I'll start at 2. Revelation 14 and 2. And I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters. So it was a powerful voice, just like how you hear a waterfall. So read it again. And I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps, and they sang as it were a new song before the throne and before the 4 beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. Those are the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth, which are the only ones that actually will know this song, starting with the elder apostles on down. You know what I'm saying? So, and what will they do? They will pipe unto you, because it says here, and that pipe is a flute. If you look it up on Google and you type in pipe instrument, you're gonna see a flute. So it says here, Matthew 11:17, and saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented. Because the Most High said that you're not supposed to be in the house of feasting. You're supposed to be in the house of mourning, right? But we have piped. Basically, wait, let me get another one. So it says here, Luke chapter 7, verse 32. They are like unto children sitting in the marketplace and calling one to another and saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not wept. Right, because we're singing that sad song that you're supposed to get in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and basically confess your sins against Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and then come back with weeping. You know, because it says here in the book of Psalms 123, Psalms 126, sorry. Psalms 126, it says, Psalms 126 and 5, they that sow in tears shall reap in joy. He that goeth forth and weeping, bearing precious, let me read it again. Psalms 126 and 5, they that sow in tears shall reap in joy. He that goeth forth and weeping, bearing precious seed, shall doubtless come again rejoicing, bringing his sheaf with him. What represents that sheaf? That sheaf represents that grain, that food, which represent prosperity. So, basically, you sow in tears, and then you reap in joy. You know, you sow in blood, sweat, and tears, basically doing the work, know that type of stuff. But when it's time to get that reward, you're gonna get it and put it on your shoulder, You're gonna walk body with it. You know what I'm saying? Body, playing Master P, without the without that sound. But it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be doper than the Sakayola holder. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna be happy with it too, because that's that song that we let's just say the elect got from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the 144,000 got it from the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? So it says here, Isaiah 30 and 30. And Yahweh shall cause his glorious voice to be heard, and he shall show the lightning down of his arm, which is that judgment, right? With the indignation of his anger, and with the flame of a devouring fire, with scattering and tempest and hailstones. Basically, that all represents destruction. That's how the Most High is going to shoot lightning basically down down his hands, and he's going to do it in a mannerism that everybody's going to know like this ain't normal. Everybody going to be like, no, there must be a higher power, and the Jacob descendants are not going to get touched by that destruction in that day, right? Because Most High is going to protect them. And it's only about the elect. It's only about the 144,000. And of course, their family and their kids and stuff like that, things that they protect. Because like I said, well, I didn't say it, but I say it often. In the time of war, the men are only going to be, the men are the only reason that the women are going to be protected in the time of war. And if you are one of the women of Jacob and your husband is not is an unbeliever, then you can save him. But if your husband is a believer, then you better stick onto 1 Timothy's chapter 2 and the last verse, I think 15 or something. You better stick onto that. Only in childbearing shall she be saved. That's because your man is a man of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And otherwise, you would be the one sanctifying your husband that is an unbeliever. So you don't need to leave him. Unless he be worshiping Satan or something like that, then you need to leave that dude. But other than that, if he's just like, yeah, you know, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, he's not really taking it serious, he heard about it, then the scripture suggests that you actually stay with him. What was something? Yeah, man. Then the scripture actually suggests that you stay with him. You know what I'm saying? Right, so it says here, Isaiah chapter 30, verse 31. For through the voice of Yahweh shall the Assyrian be beaten down, which smote with a rod. The Assyrians, the modern day Assyrians, are the Edomites. And who sent them? The Most High Yahweh. He's the one that actually sent the Assyrians to come and tap that ass up. He said it in Isaiah chapter 10, verse Isaiah 10 and 5. O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger, and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. I will send them against the hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give them a charge, to take the spoil and to take the prey, and to tread them down like the mire of the streets. Isn't that what they did? They already did that back in the days, but nowadays they're going to do it again. This time it's going to be Esau, because he's the modern day Assyrians upon the planet Earth. He's the modern day Nineveh. He's the modern day Nahum. The book of Nahum, sorry. Not Nahum himself. The book of Nahum chapter 3, which is that destroying city. Right? Let me check it out again. That destroying city. Nahum chapter 3. Nahum 3 and... Was it Nahum? No. Nahum, not Numbers. No. Yeah, that bloody city. It says here, Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. Woe to the bloody city, for it is full of lies and robbers. They departed not. The prey departed not. We are that prey. Now are we that prey. Just like how it says in the book of Isaiah chapter... Sorry. Just like it says in the book of Isaiah chapter... I don't know what the fuck that is. Like dust. This should have been messing me up the whole day already, man. Anyway, Isaiah chapter 10, verse 5 and 6. It speaks about that the Most High is going to basically turn us into the prey. And here they show you that the prey departed not. So we are still found in their hand. He that stealeth a man, and if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. Exodus 21 and 16. We are still found in their hands, so we are still that prey. And just like Jeremiah 25, And 14 says, it says, for many nations and great kings shall serve themselves of them also. And I will recompense them according to their deeds and according to the works of their own hands. So guess what? They're making bank off of us. They're making their money off of us. Because if you check out the society, all the coaches and all those type of things, they got the teams and all that type of stuff, the producers, the movie producer things and stuff like that. They're the ones that actually own these Jacob descendants and everything that they have, you know? So they're making bank off of us, right? They're making money off of us. Right, so Isaiah chapter 30 verse 32. No, it says, in every place where the grounded staff shall pass, which Yahweh shall lay upon him, it shall be with tambourines and harps, and in battles of shaking will he fight with them. Will he fight with it? Now, guess what? The Most High is going to beat them to the beat with tambourines and harps and stuff like that. That's with a grounded staff, and that staff represents that it's really grounded. You know what I'm saying? It's strict. It's good. It's not going to waver like to the left or to the right. It's going to be strict and come with the punishment thereof, and it's going to be pure and secure. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to set it up like that, right? Now, verse 33: for Tophet is ordained of old, yea, the king it is for the king it is prepared. For the king it is prepared. He had made it deep and large. The pile thereof is fire and much wood, because they're going to burn them up. The Most High is going to cause it to where Esau is going to get burned so rough that he's going basically they're going to be fuel for the fire. He's going to be the wood, right? So it says here, the breath of the Lord, like a stream of brimstone, doth kindle it. What is the breath of the Lord? Starting with the elder apostles on down, and also about the chariots that will shoot the lasers. Also about the nuclear missiles, which the Most High Spirit is going to be in, according to the book of what was it? Ezekiel 38. I think it was Ezekiel 38, where he says he's going to be in the midst of that fire. So he's going to set them up like that too. And let me see something. Now this is a precept concerning verse 33. So this is a precept for Isaiah 30 and 33. This is Jeremiah chapter 19, verse. It's Jeremiah 19 and let me see some. Okay, lights coming on my eye now. Now check this out. Jeremiah 19, verse. I start at. I start at 11, right? Jeremiah 19:11. Now it says here. And shall say unto them, thus saith Yahweh, the Lord of hosts, even so will I break this people and this city, as one that breaketh a potter's vessel that cannot be made whole again. And they shall burn them in Tophet, which is that city, right? Till there be no more place to bury. So there are going to be so many dead people that they're not going to be able to bury them, because once that war comes, it's not going to be looking pretty out here. Now, you have war happening right now in Ukraine and stuff like that. But if you actually check online, you see a lot of these Ukraine females on Reddit taking their clothes off. So this shows you that this is a selective place where you have these Ukrainian people fighting. Because in the rest of the land, they're taking their clothes off. And if you think I'm lying, Google it. Just Google Reddit Ukrainian women nude. Just do it. You're going to think to yourself like, wait a minute, isn't there a war in your country? Why are you out here being all naked on the internet and stuff like that? But that shows you that war is on a selective spot. It's not the whole country, man. Or else they wouldn't be able to take their clothes off and do webcam shit on Reddit. And by the way, that's for free. They send you to their OnlyFans account. But they out here shaking that ass for free. You know? Which is a lure in. So let me read it again. Jeremiah 19:11. and shall say unto them, Thus saith Yahweh the Lord of hosts, even so will I break this people and this city, as one that breaketh a potter's vessel, that cannot be made whole again, and they shall bury them in Tophet, till there be no place left, till there be no place to bury. Verse 12. Thus will I do unto this place, saith the Heavenly Father, and to the inhabitants thereof, and even make this city as Tophet. So, when it says here in Isaiah chapter 33, Isaiah chapter 30, verse 33, that it says, For Tophet is ordained of old, right? Yea, for the king it is prepared. So, basically, that thing that happened to Tophet, that's going to happen to the modern day king of Assyria, which is Esau, because, I'm going to read it again, Isaiah chapter 30, verse 31. For through the voice of the Lord shall the Assyrian be beaten down, which smote with the rod. And if you read Isaiah chapter 10, verse 5, you see that he beat us up with the rod. Let me get that real quick again for the precept case. Isaiah chapter 10, verse 5. O Assyria, the rod of mine anger, and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. So you might ask yourself, like, wait a minute, it's the Most High that sent them against us, and here it is, he's going to break them down too. Yes, that's how the Most High works. Yes, that's how he works. Who is able to resist against the will of the Lord? No one. So you can't stop him. Just like how you can't stop Esau. Well, same thing, you can't stop the Lord even more, because the Most High set up Esau. You can't stop him. You can try. You shouldn't. Once that time comes, the Most High is going to endow his men with spiritual power. Then you're going to stop him. But for now, fishes of men. So it says here, Jeremiah chapter 19 verse. Yeah, I'm almost done. This is the last one. Jeremiah chapter 19 verse 11 again. And it says here, and shall say unto them, Thus saith Yahweh the Lord of hosts, even so will I break this people and this city, as one that breaketh a potter's vessel, that cannot be made whole again. And they shall bury them in Tophet, till there be no place to bury. So it says here, Thus saith Yahweh, thus will I do unto this place, saith Yahweh, and to the inhabitants thereof, and even make this city as Tophet. Tophet is the city that got destroyed again. So it says here, verse 14, Then came Jeremiah from Tophet, whither Yahweh had sent him to prophesy unto destroying them. And he stood in the court of the Lord's house, and said to the people, Thus saith Yahweh the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, Behold, I will bring upon this city and upon all her towns all the evil that I have pronounced against it, because they have hardened their necks, that they might not hear my words. And who is that? The modern day Assyrians, right? Which is Esau. Now the ancient Assyrians, which were also Shemites, but that's not talking about that one. So let me read it here. Isaiah chapter 10 verse 12. I'll read this often because it's one of my not favorite scriptures, but I have many favorite scriptures, man. Let's just say that, because if I say this is my favorite, then it would put all the other ones on the side. No, that's not it. It doesn't work like that. I have a lot of scriptures that I like. Keep on repeating. So Isaiah chapter 10 verse 12. Wherefore it shall come to pass that when the Lord had performed his whole work upon Mount Zion and upon Jerusalem, I will punish the fruit of the stout heart of the king of Assyria, and the glory of his high looks. For he said, By the strength of my hand have I done it, and by my wisdom, for I am prudent. And I have removed the bowels of the people, and robbed their treasures, and I have put down the inhabitants as a valiant man. So Esau actually think like he's the one that's actually ruling it, just like in the book of Isaiah chapter 14, where it explains to say that he thinks himself to be the God upon the planet Earth, and therefore he thinks himself to be the ruler of Israel, because he's ruling over Jacob right about now. He's ruling over the land too, but he's ruling over Jacob because they school us, they feed us, they water us, they house us, they clothe us, everything that we want, just like in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, sorry. Everything that we want, we need to go to them. So they're ruling over us, yeah? But why? The Most High set it up like that. Why? because we sinned against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and therefore the punishment came upon us. Let me hit you with that one. Let me leave it up with that one here. Wait, let me see. Where was that again? I think it was Judges. Judges 6. I'm not sure. Judges 6 maybe. Yes, it was. So it says here, Judges chapter 6, verse 1. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord delivered them into the hand of Midian 7 years. So the point is, every time when the Jacob descendants basically break Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, his words, his laws, and statutes and commandments, he delivers us into the hand of our enemies. And then after a while, he rises up a judge. In this case, it was Judge Gideon. He rose him up, and then he set him against the Midianites, because it was about that time. They had their fun with us for 7 years, and after the 7 years is killing time, because it says right here, Judges chapter 6 verse. So when the Most High has performed all his works that he wanted to do upon the nation of Jacob, then the Most High is going to get down on Esau. So it says here, on Judges chapter 6 verse. No, 7. Yeah, here. 7 verse. Don't tell me it's an 8. It is an 8, sorry. It is an 8. Yeah, I got it. Judges chapter 8, verse. I start at 22 until 24. Now it says here, Then the men of Israel said unto Gideon, Rule thou over us, both thou and thy son's son also, for thou hast delivered us from the hand of Midian. So they got killed. But the Most High gave us to them because we broke Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's law, statutes, and commandments, and ways and stuff like that. So he did that, right? Verse 23. And Gideon said unto them, I will not rule over you, neither shall my son rule over you. Yahweh shall rule over you. And then verse 24. And Gideon said unto them, I would desire a request of you, that ye would give me every man the earring of his prey, for they had golden earrings, because they were Ishmaelites. Now they was actually Midianites, but they was brothers of the Ishmaelites, so they was associated unto the Ishmaelites. It's just like how you had in the book of the New Testament, sorry, not the book. Basically the New Testament, then you had Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, but they were all called Jews. But they were different tribes. So are they all Jews? No, they're not. One of them is. So same thing with this. Are they all Ishmaelites? No, they're not, because it says here that then it says Ishmael shall let me get it, because I'm not guessing, but I'm quoting, but I'm not doing good. So Genesis 16 and 12. Yeah. So it says here, Genesis 16 and 12. And he will be a wild man. It's talking about Ishmael. And he will be a wild man. His hand shall be against every man, and every man's hand against him. And he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren. That's talking about in Genesis chapter 25, when it speaks of the brothers of Ishmael. And who are his brethren? Genesis 25 and 1. Then again, Abraham took a wife, and her name was Keturah. And here's the brethren of Ishmael, in the midst of who he dwells. So it says, and she bare him Zamrak, and Jokshan, and Medan, and Midian, and Ishbak, and Shua. So those are the brethren of Ishmael that he was prophesied to dwell among in the book of Genesis chapter 16 verse 12. I'm going to read it again. And he shall be a wild man, his hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him, and he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren. So in whose presence is he dwelling? He's dwelling in the presence of his brothers from his father Abraham. And Also, the people of his mother's side, which were Mizraim and stuff like that, Hamites, and you can get that in First Chronicles, chapter 1. But let me see. First Chronicles 1 and no. Oh yeah. First Chronicles 1 and 31. No. No, it's not there. It's Genesis 25. Wait, let me get this last one, then I'm done. Genesis 25 and... Oh yeah, I got it. What? No, I don't got it. Hey! It was First Chronicles. I got it. First Chronicles chapter 1 verse 31. Jetur, Nahish, and Kedemah. These are the sons of Ishmael. But that's not what I'm looking for. Hagar. I'm looking for the Hagarines. Oh yeah, I know what it was. It's First Chronicles 5. Sorry. It just jumped in my head. First Chronicles 5 and I think 30 something. Yeah. First Chronicles 5 and 19. And they made war with the Hagarites, with Jetur and Nahish and Nodab, which are also Ishmaelites. So the point of me bringing that one up is to show you that the Ishmaelites were actually dwelling among their brethren, which were the Hagarites and the other the other 6 sons of Abraham. So yeah, so with that, I'm gonna say shalom. All praises go to the Most High Yahweh. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom. All praises go to the Most High Yahweh. B'Hashem Yahushua, B'Hashem Ruach Kodesh. Double honor unto the elder apostles at Great Millstone for the teachings of the scriptures, among other things. And shalom to the sincere Akim across the world. Shalom.